Hello and welcome back to India. I am now here in Chennai, finishing my trip in one of the largest cities in the country, a population of over 10 million. I'm outside the Egmore station here. I'm going to walk around now and show you a little bit of the vibe. Hi. Yeah. Hello, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. How much days will you stay here?
I'm leaving today.
Today?
Just tonight I'm leaving.
Today you are leaving?
Yeah, tonight.
Have you seen any place tonight?
I'm going to, this afternoon. I'm going to explore, wander around.
You want to go any places from now?
So I'm just walking for now. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Sun is very good.
Cheers.
Sun is very good.
Yeah.
Like?
I like it because I am very white. I do not burn because there's no sun. Alright, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you. Some very friendly locals here. Hi. Like any huge Indian city, Chennai has the potential to be overwhelming. The heat, the traffic, the noise. It is quite humid here compared to Bangalore and some other cities. But that is also an experience you should have while you're here, wandering around one of the big cities and experiencing that vibe, really, before going off to somewhere smaller and more relaxing. It is lunchtime at the moment, so there's a lot of crowd near the station. Also people grabbing chai and things like that. I do not really have an agenda right here. I am just walking first. There are a few places I want to hit a bit later in other parts of the city. But my friend recommended I take a stroll around this area. As I walk along, a little bit of history about Chennai if you're interested. In 1523, it was the Portuguese that established an enclave here. And then in 1639, it was the British East India Company that turned up. And then you have the French who came along only for the British to force them to retreat to Pondicherry in the 1700s. So Chennai's location on the east coast of India being a key strategic position for trade with Southeast Asia and also round towards Europe, well, that is what made it so attractive to colonizers and occupying forces, the Portuguese, the British, and the French. But now Chennai's future is in its own hands. The city was named Madras, but that was renamed to Chennai in 1996, and the name has stuck, unlike other Indian cities, Bengaluru, Mysuru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So I've just had some lunch and I had a thali. It was very filling, and I just then took a quick rickshaw journey, just a few streets in another direction to see a little bit more. And I'm loving these old buildings here. This one is abandoned but with a heritage style, and also here too. Difficult to tell exactly how old a lot of them are, although this one on the other side I'm sure is very old. I'm just going to continue walking on a little bit and we'll see what we see. There's supposed to be a lot of historic buildings kind of scattered around this area. My flight to the next country that I'm going to is at 1 o'clock tonight. So I need to be back in my room to shower and pack and then leave for the airport around 10-ish. Afternoon rush. I see a place across the street called Chennai Coffee and I could do with a bit of a kick. So let's try and cross the road here. Might not be very easy. This is very difficult. The traffic never stops. Patience is a virtue. Okay, now's my chance. Let's go. Hey. UK. England, yeah.
This couple ship. We're couple.
Huh?
Couple guest. We're couple guest.
Sorry, I don't understand.
No, you're coming couple.
No, just me.
No, flight. We're coming ship.
Flight. Yeah. You are from Chennai?
Chennai.
Yeah. Nice.
Come.
Thank you.
Okay.
My guide across the road. All right. Legendary biryani, it says there. It's a shame I've already had my lunch. But here it is, the Chennai coffee. Let's grab a quick one. I think it probably is filter coffee. Here we are, last South Indian style coffee on this trip. I am gonna miss it. It's so good. I don't think you can find it this good even if you go to a South Indian restaurant in another country. Surprisingly empty here. But I have the view of the traffic I just crossed. Continuing on, this looks like a famous bakery here. While I walk along here to a place that I'm aiming towards, I'll tell you when I get there, I thought I would talk a little bit, as this is my final India video on this trip, my third time in India, the future trips that I want to make to the country, because there are many routes and places that I still haven't seen and want to see. And as I said before in a previous video, India is a country that I will keep coming back to again and again and again throughout my life. So the main ones that interest me are like so. Starting in possibly Mumbai, but definitely ticking off Goa. I'm gonna pass under the subway here to get across the street. Goa, and then down to Kerala, and possibly stopping in Mangalore or Gokana along the way. So that west coast journey, I've heard there's a very nice train journey that runs all along that coastline. So mainly Goa and Kerala, those two states, and that route is one I'd love to do coming back to the south. By the way, as we pass through here, Chennai has a metro, and this is part of it. It's linked to this subway system, this underpass. I haven't used it, but I'm sure it's good. Another route I would like to do is Kolkata, Darjeeling, Sikkim. So starting in West Bengal and then going north on the train. That's also supposed to be a very nice train journey, I think, up to Darjeeling. And I have been to Kolkata once before. I made 3 videos and then lost my camera, or had it stolen by my taxi driver. I explained that in a video from Varanasi in 2019. I need to go back and film a few vlogs there maybe. Another trip is Bihar. So that is Bodh Gaya, the place where Buddha sat under the banyan tree and reached enlightenment. And then also to Patna, the setting of A Passage to India, which I'm currently reading. And also the Marabar Caves. In the book they are known as the Marabar Caves, the Marabar Hills, which was the setting for E.M. Forster's novel, so that's all quite close. That could be done on the same trip as Kolkata, Darjeeling, Sikkim. And then you have the other side of the north, which is the Punjab region, Amritsar and the Golden Temple. I would love to learn more about Sikhism and that region. It is different from the rest of India. The food, the religion, the language, the culture. So the Punjab, and then of course going further north into the Indian Himalayas. Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Ladakh, Leh, and then Dharamsala, the refuge of the Dalai Lama, and the last remnants, you could argue, of true Tibetan Buddhism. There's a bridge here and I want to cross it, which means getting across this junction. Okay, I have done that successfully. Moving on. Northeast India, the part that overlaps Bangladesh with Myanmar on the other side. All these states that we know very little about. Mizoram, Manipur, Meghalaya, they're all just very exotic sounding and looking places. So crossing the river, but I'll be honest, I don't like the color or the smell too much. Then there's the Andaman and Nicobar Islands as well, which are closer to Myanmar and Thailand than they are to actually mainland India. So they have 5 or 6 different trips just there. And that's not mentioning other parts of the country that I'd like to visit or return to. Tamil Nadu, to visit Madurai, that's always interested me. India just never ends, there is no finishing point. I think it's important to show all sides of things when you travel, and maybe someone in the comments can let me know, but the river is literally just black. I saw it when I was coming round the other side as well. They were trying to fish out what looks like tar. Maybe if you're a local, you can tell me, by the way, what it's due to. Pollution, of course, but is there a reason it's black like that? Yeah, it would be interesting to know. It's a sad sight to see. Of course, this is a huge city which has been developing for many years, and well, of course the rivers are going to get polluted, but to this extent, and I can really smell it, it's very strong. Then this isn't a slant on Chennai, by the way. Chennai has a lot of modern buildings and developing areas, but just something to point out. If I see something that strikes me, then I feel like it's my obligation to mention it and not just always talk about positive things. Gotta love this sign right here. Still after walking for almost an hour, I have finally got here to the Fort St. George Museum, which was originally built by the British in 1653. It's almost 5 o'clock, so I can't go inside anymore. I've just missed it despite walking all the way. I mean, look at how much I'm sweating on my front. You can imagine my back is like I've been rained on. I am just wanting to get out of this area now, so it was cool to see it from the outside. You can go in there. It's probably got a lot of interesting things about Chennai's history. I want to get to the beach, to the fresh air, and to the landmark being the Madras Lighthouse. So let's get in a rickshaw now and escape. So, a 200 rupee rickshaw journey to the Madras Lighthouse here on Marina Beach, which is enormous. And it's a bit fresher here now with a breeze coming in off the Indian Ocean. It looks like there's some stalls and things over here, but perhaps it's a little bit early because at 5:15, none of them are open. Maybe it comes alive at night time. Ice Gola. I really don't know what that is. Here we are. Apparently the water isn't good for swimming because of strong rip tides. That's why you won't see anybody in the water. Just wetting their feet perhaps. It is a shame that it is an overcast day because I think, you know, if the weather was good, we could have very nice blue sky and a beautiful afternoon light here. Although, as I mentioned in Pondicherry, this is the east coast, so the sun rises on this side and the west is behind the lighthouse, the setting sun. I'm gonna head to one more area very close to here, a little bit of a walk away. It's one of the most traditional parts of Chennai, and then I will get packing and get towards the airport for my next country for the flight that leaves tonight. But let's go over to the other area first.
Jason, King Jason is American international school.
British.
No. American International School administrators here, Kim Jason.
I see.
That lady's name, the Kim
I
Jason.
see.
She's gone back to South Korea. She was,
okay.
you know, What you are recording, eh?
I was just walking along to the basilica, and then he just popped along. He said, free lift, free ride.
Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
UK.
Yes.
Good to see you, UK. You're always welcome to International Church of Basilica. It's been a long time. I'm taking your passenger. Kim Jason, hearty welcome to my heart.
So that absolutely crazy but very nice rickshaw driver has dropped me off here at possibly the most active temple in Chennai and arguably the most famous, the Kapishalawa. And I'm going to walk in now and take a look. It has some stories associated with it. I will get to those. The sky looks very grey, probably about to rain soon. Let's take a look. We're in a very traditional area of Chennai. It is called Milapur and it is full of character. Shoes are off, 50 rupees if you have a video camera. Seems like a lot of buzz, sounds and things going on. There is a great myth attached to this temple, or story, whatever you want to call it, which is that in a fit of anger, Shiva turned his consort Parvati into a peacock to punish her. In order to retain her normal form, she had to worship him here at this temple's exact location, apparently, which gives this temple an interesting background setting. So coming out of the temple, the rain is coming now. But I really want to show you quickly this traditional area surrounding the temple, which you could spend a decent amount of time here in Chennai exploring if you want to get that sense of traditional India in the big city. Usually areas around important temples are always interesting places to wander. I hope this video has given you a good taste of Chennai. I would have liked to have spent more time here, but my flight being tonight. And so ends the trip of India here in 2023. Hope you enjoyed this series. If you did, give this video a like. I'm sure it won't be long before I'm back in India once more. And check out the playlist. It's got videos from my first and second trips to India if you want to watch those from the north, the Kumbh Mela, etc., Taj Mahal. They're on the old camera, but I think they're still interesting maybe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you from the next place that I visit. Peace.